Hi guys, welcome back. So we're still looking at interaction, and in this lecture we're going to look at a really common problem that you might have in the exam yourself, and I've seen quite a lot actually throughout my own students that I have to kind of constantly remind them not to do. But what we're going to do is we're going to listen to two of my students doing a task now, and I want you to see if you can spot the problem. Okay. First of all, let me just show you the task that they're going to do. So they need to talk to each other about what support people require with these issues. And your issues are health matters, understanding new technology, learning a new skill, having children, choosing a degree. Okay, so which of these things, the second question is, which of these things do people most need support with? Okay. So that's the task. Again, focus on their interaction. Ignore the vocabulary, ignore the grammar. Focus on the interaction of these two people. Okay. What is the problem? Let's have a listen. Okay.
So, I wanted to talk about having children and, what kind of support people require from others. Okay, first of all, having children is a personal wish, of course, but sometimes younger couples needs help from outside the family, of course, for to when they build up the family. So sometimes they ask for a support from grandparents. And I think that it's something important, first of all, above all in Italy, because in Italy we are, comparing to the other countries, also in Europe, we are, we are very, very close to, the origin families. So, what do you think? What's your thought? As you are a father and a husband, what do you think about this?
Having the support of someone in looking after your children is very important in a family, because nowadays in the age, all the components of a family are committed with work and personal aims. Therefore, I think that having the support of grandparents is something that should be encourageable. Furthermore, about grandparents, it's always better for them to spend time with their niece.
Okay. And stop there. You now have 1 minute to discuss the other question. So which of these things do people most need support with?
I think people need the most support with.
You now have 30 seconds.
Okay. Okay. Bye. Okay.
I would say that people need support in choosing a degree, because in Italy, the educational system, it doesn't work in the best way as far as I see it, because children, when they are 14, they have to choose what do they want to do when they get older.
Okay, basically, you'll have to stop there because we're out of time. Okay, so you've had a listen to the audio. Do you know what the problem is? Did you manage to spot it? If you didn't, we're going to take a look at my feedback now. So this was during a live lesson of mine online. I was listening to both of the students complete this task. And now you're going to see me give my feedback to them during the lesson. Okay, so let's take a look. You didn't stop her. You should have interrupted her, because she was talking and talking and talking, and you were just letting her speak. And in the exam, you should have said, sorry, can I...
I didn't mean to come across as a...
It's fine, you can interrupt. You can interrupt.
He's a gentleman.
But if you're a gentleman in the exam, you'll have low marks because the examiners will have nothing to mark you on if you don't speak. So you have to interrupt her. Okay, so there you go. Now you know what the problem is. You need to interrupt the person speaking. If you're in an exam and you have a really chatty candidate with you, you can't just let them continue and continue, because like I said to my students, if you don't speak, the examiner has nothing to mark you on. They cannot give you a mark if you sit there in silence. Okay. So one of my students let the other student go on, I think over a minute that she was speaking before they started to speak. Okay. So you really need to kind of learn to jump in and to, interrupt politely. Okay. So you can't just tell them to shut up. All right. That's not appropriate. You can't do that. So here are a few ways that you can, a few phrases that you can use just to interrupt very politely. So you can say, sorry, can I just jump in here? Okay, sorry for interrupting, but, and then give your opinion. Sorry, I'd like to say something. Give your opinion. Sorry, 1 second. Give your opinion. Okay. They're all polite ways of interrupting. They're perfectly acceptable. And the examiner is expecting you to do that. The examiner will not jump in on your behalf. They will not interrupt on your behalf at all. They will just let both of you continue to speak. Okay. So this is a really important skill to have. Otherwise, you might be losing quite a lot of marks because the examiner won't be able to give you a mark if you don't speak. Okay, and that's all for interrupting. So heading on to the next lecture, we're going to start looking at a bit of vocabulary. I'm going to give you more useful phrases now. And in the next lecture, we're going to focus on giving your opinion. So I'm going to give you a few phrases, different paraphrases, so that you're not constantly repeating yourself. Okay. So join me in the next lecture. I'll see you there. Bye.